Ahead on the Evening Beat, Cal State University Long Beach isn't taking any chances when it comes to public safety. How the school is ensuring its campus is ready for an emergency, and how the students are getting involved.
All right, we take you now, Chris, from Burbank to Cal State Long Beach. The university there held a mass shooting exercise today, but it isn't what you might think. Take a look. CSLULB wants its students to be prepared in the event of a shooting. The university started installing Stop the Bleed kits, which include gloves, gauze, bandages, and tourniquets, courtesy of Dignity Health St. Mary Medical Center. Today, St. Mary trauma nurses showed students how to use these kits. Long Beach Fire was also there. Now, you might be wondering, why a reactive rather than a proactive approach? The FBI reports that there were 250 domestic active shooter incidents from the millennium up to 2017. 15 of those happened on college campuses. Long Beach says it's encouraging its students to be equipped to handle mass injury. Our Ariel Wessler explains.
Stop the bleed. I'm Ariel Wessler at Cal State Long Beach. There's no telling when the next emergency situation will arise, and that's why there are now new kits on campus that could help save lives even before emergency responders arrive. Mackenzie Brown was one of the students at Cal State Long Beach who stopped by to learn how to use these kits designed to stop bleeding during a mass emergency. He's a senior business student.
It's just best to be aware of the situation, the time we live in. We had a threat last night. It was written in a bathroom stall that there was going to be a school shooting.
Police determined it was not credible, but it's just the latest reminder to be prepared. Mackenzie is also an EMT, so he knows firsthand that every second counts.
If you do have the chance to help and administer aid, then you should definitely take that time and help your fellow, your peer, your coworker, or your schoolmate.
The school has installed 37 of these Stop the Bleed kits throughout campus in the same locations as the defibrillators used in case of cardiac arrest.
Elementary, middle school, high school, college, they should prepare for what could happen.
The Long Beach Fire Department applauds the effort and says it's critical to take some kind of action.
We have roughly one firefighter for every 5,000 residents. When disaster strikes, our first responder resources will be overwhelmed and overtaxed and overburdened.
Same tourniquet that the military and police carry.
Terry Liddell is a nurse at Dignity Health St. Mary Medical Center. He's already trained more than 1,000 community members and hundreds of faculty and staff at Cal State Long Beach.
You put this belt on as tight as you can get it. It's meant to be put on with one hand if you need to.
Then turn it until you get the bleeding to stop.
You lock the windlass into the clip. You bring the strap over the top, the white Velcro tab over, and you write what time you put it on, so when they get to the ER, we know how long it's been on the patient.
He says people often hesitate to use a tourniquet, afraid the victim might lose their arm or leg.
We know from military studies that if the tourniquet is on 2 hours or less, it'll never be the tourniquet's fault if they lose their arm or their leg.
There's also sterile gauze to help pack wounds as quickly as possible, but a t-shirt also works.
Someone can bleed out in 3 or 4 minutes.
And just like the AEDs, there are also instructions on the bag.
And you can use belts, correct?
Mackenzie hopes more people will see how easily they can save lives by learning simple tools.
It's good to be aware of the help that you can administer.
Turning average citizens into makeshift first responders.
Thank you, Ariel Wessler, for that report.